Hi everyone, welcome. Today we'll focus on a little bit of flow to get moving, get some movement going in our body, but also to kind of focus on our core. So we want to always make sure that we have our core engaged, our belly button, bringing it back to our spine, kind of tightening up those glutes in certain positions to really just activate that area. But to start, coming to your mat, maybe getting a blanket if you want to protect your knees. We'll come into a seated position, a very comfortable position for you. And then focusing on your breath. Going inward, being aware of your breath. Just allowing yourself to kind of bring that focus in. Feel the sensations of that breath throughout your body. Remembering to relax those shoulders. Just kind of lifting that back of your head in line with your tailbone. Almost like that thread coming out, lifting you up. Feel the lengthening. And just breathe. And slowly, maybe deepening that breath a little bit. Maybe as you inhale, counting to 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, counting to 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Inhale. Exhale. This time maybe going a little further, a little deeper, releasing that entire breath. You don't have to count your breaths, just focus on that nice, even breath, or maybe just a little longer exhale. This is the breath you want to keep throughout each of the poses. Remembering yoga is non-harming. Coming out of any pose that does not, that causes you any type of distress or twinge of pain in any way, please come out of the pose. Make whatever adjustments you need to. Remembering to listen to your body throughout. And then slowly, if you have your eyes closed, opening them. Bring your hands out to your side, lifting up with a nice inhale. As you exhale, let your hands come out about shoulder height and just gently rotate the wrists forward. And then backwards. Bring your hands together in front of you, just kind of stretching out that back. And then slowly lifting up as you inhale. And exhale, allowing your right hand to come down to the mat, your left hand reaching over to the right. Feeling the stretch in that side on the left. Again, inhale coming up. Exhale, go to the other side, left hand on the mat, right hand reaching over. Inhale up, exhale to the right. Inhale up, exhale to the left. This time as you inhale, come back up to center. But this time, twist to the right gently, letting your right hand come down behind you to support you. Left hand to your right knee. Just a nice gentle twist. Do not have to go far. Take a couple breaths here. Lifting up, coming to center. Exhale to the other side. Left hand behind you, right hand to your knee. Coming back to center, Lower your hands down to the mat as you exhale and slowly walking forward. Keeping your gaze forward to help kind of keep that back lengthened, straightened, bending at the hips. And when you feel that stretch in your lower back, just bring your gaze down to the floor. Take a couple breaths here. And then slowly walking your hands back, lifting yourself up. From here, coming onto all fours into that tabletop position. Remembering to have a blanket handy if you want to protect your knees. Wrists underneath your shoulders, fingers spread wide, gripping the mat with your fingernails to kind of help distribute that weight. Knees underneath your hips. Focusing on some cat-cows, inhaling as you allow that belly to drop, lifting your head. Exhale, arching that back into cat, letting your tailbone drop, letting your head hang. Inhale into cow. Exhale to cat. One more time, inhale to cow. Exhale to cat. Bringing your back to neutral position. Move your left leg out to the side of you, stretching it out to the side. And then come over, kind of face this way so you can see it better. Walk your hands back, lifting yourself up. Left hand resting on that left leg. Lift your right arm into the air, opening up that right side. That right hand come down to the mat. Left hand into the air. And you can hold it here and take a couple breaths, or lift that left leg up into the air itself if you want. Lowering that leg back down, coming into that position, lifting your upper body up. And then bringing your hands down to the mat again. Slide that left leg back into that tabletop position. This time, slide your right leg out to the side. Walk your hands up again, lifting your upper body. Right hand resting on your right leg. Lift your left hand into the air. This time, opening the left side of your body. Lowering that left hand down to the mat. Lift your right hand into the air, almost like a T position. Again, you can hold it here if you'd like to try, lifting that right leg into the air. And lowering that back down, walking yourself back into that tabletop, hands in front of you, slide that leg back. Coming into that tabletop position again. Curl your toes under, lifting your hips into the air, into that down dog position. Maybe alternate your feet. And then pushing back. Your heels will probably not touch the mat. That's perfectly common. Don't worry about that. They don't need to. And then slide yourself forward, coming into a high plank. And then back to down dog. Back to high plank again. One more time into down dog. And then slowly walking your feet forward, coming into a forward fold. I'm going to move my blanket out of the way here. Just kind of let yourself hang. Maybe have your hands onto opposite elbows. Take a couple breaths. And bending your knees, lifting yourself up. And as you exhale, coming back down into that forward fold. Move into half fold, hands on your shin, back flat, parallel with the floor. Forward fold one more time. Knees bent, belly on top of the knees. Slide that left foot back into a lunge. And then slide your right foot back, coming into that plank. Come into your down dog one more time. This time, lift that right leg into the air. Bend the knee, keeping your hips facing forward. Bring your gaze to the front of the mat. And then slide that foot right in between your hands. From here, you want to feel grounded. So if that back foot seems like it's just a little too far away or you feel unbalanced, feel free to move it in, maybe move it out. You want to really feel grounded, stable. And then before you lift yourself out, put your focus on that right leg, on that quad. Lifting yourself up using that leg, not your back. Coming into a high lunge. Lift your arms into the air, coming into a crescent. Palms together, bringing them down to heart center. And let yourself lower your upper body, bending at the hips, about a 45-degree angle. Now you can hold it here, or if you would like, sliding that left foot up, coming into a chair pose. Straighten yourself up, lift that left leg into the air, that knee right in front. Bringing it back into that high lunge. And again from here, you can hold it, kind of just maintaining that high lunge. Or you can lift yourself up, lifting that back leg up. Again, keeping your belly button engaged, your quad or your glutes engaged. This will help stabilize you. Keeping your gaze on a non-moving object in front of you or on the floor. And then lowering that leg back down into that high lunge. Take a nice breath, coming into a crescent. Exhale, bring your hands down to the floor, framing that front foot. And draw that front foot back, coming into a down dog. Taking a couple breaths here. Lift your left leg into the air. Again, keeping your hips facing forward. Bring your gaze to the front of the mat. Draw that foot in between your hands as we focus on the other side. And then slowly preparing yourself, getting yourself stabilized, using your left leg, using these quads, not your back, to lift yourself up. Coming into a nice crescent. Palms together. Exhale, coming to heart center. Bending at the hips, coming into that 45-degree angle. And sliding that back foot up to meet with your front foot, coming into chair pose. Knees bent, sticking up that bottom, keeping your back straight. And then straightening up, lifting that front leg up. Bending that knee, bringing it out front. And then bringing it back into that high lunge. Again, you can hold it here, or you can slowly bend forward into that 45-degree angle again, and then slowly lifting that leg up, straightening your front leg, engaging your core, your glutes. Lifting that back leg up. And lowering it back down to the mat. Take a nice deep breath, lifting up into a crescent. And then just waterfall your arms down, framing that front foot. Draw the front foot back to meet with the other in down dog. And then slowly coming into plank again. Moving to down dog. Just kind of alternating plank. Down dog. This time coming into plank and holding it. Slowly go into your flow or go back into down dog. Pushing yourself forward if you're doing a flow. Putting those arms in. Allow yourself to come down very slowly. Lift yourself up. Cobra. Curl your toes under to down dog one more time. And then walking your feet in. Coming to that forward fold. Again, bringing your hands to opposite elbows. Bending your knee, belly to the knee. Just breathe. And then letting go, taking a nice breath, lifting yourself up. Palms together, coming to heart center. Just allow yourself to take a couple breaths here. Remembering to focus on that breath. If it feels like you're kind of out of breath, bring your focus in, being aware of what is occurring with your breath. And when you're ready, taking a nice breath, lifting your arms up, this time as you exhale. Palms together, going into that forward fold one more time. Bring your right foot back, then your left foot into high plank. And lowering yourself down into that tabletop. And again, this may be where you want to grab your blanket to protect your knees. So we're going to focus a little bit on the gait again. So I'm going to turn towards you a little bit. Slide your left foot out, or your left leg out. Walk your hands in. Let your right hand come down to the mat. Your left leg is out. Lifting your arm up. Now you can hold it right here, or if you want to try this, you can slide this right foot back, coming into a side plank. Or just keep it bent. And then bringing your hands down in front of you. You can turn the other way, doing a side plank the opposite way. Bring your hands down to the mat. Bring your knees in, coming into that tabletop one more time. And then let yourself come back into a child's pose. Maybe you want to bring your knees a little wider than hip width apart, big toes touching, letting your hands come out in front of you. And breathe. And then walking your hands back, bring your knees in. Sitting on the calves of your legs. Take your hands behind you, grasping them together. Opening up that chest. Relaxing the shoulders, almost like you're lifting up and down. And you can hold it right here if you'd like. You can just allow yourself to bend forward. Feeling a little bit more opening that chest. Feeling those shoulder blades kind of coming together a little bit more. Releasing, letting your hands come down to the mat. Resting by your feet, palms up. And then bring your hands up beside you, lifting yourself up. Slowly come in however you would like to. Lying on your back. Your feet on the mat, close to your body, knees in the air. Arms lying beside you, palms down. Let your shoulders relax into the mat, letting gravity take them. As we do a little bit of a bridge, tilting your pelvis and slowly lifting up one vertebrae at a time. Lifting yourself up, feeling your shoulder blades going into the mat, or your shoulders, sorry. And then focusing on your legs, almost pretend you have a block between them. And you're squeezing in. Thus you'll really feel it down in your lower glutes, more in your hamstrings. Remembering that belly. Bringing it in, and then slowly lowering down one vertebrae at a time. And from here, bring your knees into your chest. Coming into whatever position you would like. Maybe you would like to do a little bit of happy baby. Maybe just maintain this inverted child's pose. Bring your hands out to your side, almost like you're trying to reach opposite walls, feet down onto the mat. And slowly let your legs just drop over to the right. Remembering you can take any support you have, a block, a blanket, whatever. Putting it underneath your knees to help support them so you're not going all the way down. Slowly lifting back up. And this time allowing them to just drop over to the left. Your gaze can be up to the ceiling, maybe over to the right, wherever it feels comfortable for you. Keeping the shoulders onto the mat. Lifting your knees into the air, bringing your knees into your chest again. Maybe rocking back and forth, massaging that lower back. And then from here, letting yourself come down. Let those legs come out onto the mat, maybe to the width of the mat. Again, letting those shoulder blades relax. Bring your arms down, away from your body, palms up, as you prepare for that final pose of Shavasana. And from here, take some time for you, allowing yourself to just relax, maybe doing a little bit of body scan, letting your feet relax, falling to the side, feeling your legs just kind of sinking into the mat, your lower back, upper back and shoulders melting into the mat. Arms out wide, maybe lifting your arms up and letting them come back down to the mat, feeling your muscles just relax. Take some time here for yourself, even if it's just a few minutes. Allow yourself to just breathe, bringing your breath back to that natural breath. Feeling the sensations that are occurring in your body, being aware of your breath, of everything that's going on. And I want to thank you for joining me and allowing me to guide you today. Namaste. If you're interested in flow and yin, the deep stretching, and would like to see more of my videos, please hit subscribe. I will be posting once a week, sometimes twice a week, getting those videos out to you. Have a wonderful day.